Well, figured I'd go ahead and break out my equipment for next month's Great American Solar Eclipse. Got my camcorder and also my 6-inch diameter Meade telescope. I got solar filters for both of them actually, so I can probably record the entire eclipse with the camcorder. So once I get it into position, just basically turn it on and then put the solar filter over it. But yeah, the eclipse is going to be somewhere up in there, up in this area here, so I'm going to have a pretty good view from my house. Here's the accessories. I even got myself a solar viewer. Yeah, you can look at the sky, or whenever the sun's up, you'll be able to see it through there. But yeah, got pretty much everything. This is a solar filter for the telescope, 6-inch square. What I'll do is just tape it to the cover of the telescope here, and yeah, that way it's going to reflect through the eyepiece onto the sheet here, so that'll be for safe viewing. I'm using the 25mm eyepiece to give it a good view along the sheet, but I'm going to wash this thing, get the wrinkles out of it and all that, so I got time. Yeah, this thing's got dust on it, but yeah, this is the Meade multi-coated DS, here it is, DS114. So yeah, 114mm, 910mm deep, but it's what they call a Newtonian telescope, where the tube is open. In fact, I'll get the lid off here. Have not used this thing in many years, so yep, that's what it looks like on the inside. And there's the mirror down there. It'll reflect up, come out the side piece, and angle out to the shed there, or the sheet. So yeah, keep that covered for now. There we go. So yep, that's the setup. I've got all my accessories right here for the telescope, but I'm not going to hook them up, not for the solar eclipse. Plus the software is not compatible with Windows 10, but yeah, instruction manual and the AutoStar computer controller, but yeah, I'm not using any of that. It's just everything that came with it when I bought it. This is the little solar filter for the camcorder, 3-inch. Alright, got safe there. It didn't get any dirt on it, so try to keep it protected, and it sticks to the damn cardboard. That's always fun. So let me take this over here, and that's what it will look like. Do this with two hands because my tripod's being used by the camcorder. Yeah, hold on. Okay, I'm going to put the filter over it, something like that. Then you'll be able to see the sun through it once it gets overhead, but I'll practice with this when the sun gets in a position, which will be later this afternoon, and it's going to be freaking hot, so I won't be out here for long. I just want to do a quick test and see how it's going to look, and then I'm going to probably bring everything inside before everything gets too blazing hot out here. So, and yes, you're not supposed to touch the optical lens, but sometimes I'm having a problem, but I'll clean that up before I use it so it doesn't affect my view on the camcorder. But yeah, that'll be the trick, getting everything covered. I'll probably have to use tape for each corner to hold it in a position during the great eclipse. But yep, so there's my solar filters, solar viewer. So yeah, I'm all set there. Of course, got one eyepiece there, and another one in here. I think it's a 12.5. So yeah, just all the accessories that I won't be using, but thought I'd show them off anyway. 3X Barlow. Now see, that may come in handy. I'll use, I might use that again, I could put that where the eyepiece is now and extend it out to give a better view. So yeah, I may consider that. But I may have to move the, see my trees, that's where, you know, I have to get past the tree branches up there to get a good view. So again, I'm just kind of experimenting right now, seeing what I'm going to need and all that. But yeah, I may actually have to use this. We'll see. Alright, so the eclipse will be about a month from today. Be passing over sometime after 1, depending on my location, which is northern South Carolina. It's going to last for probably a good hour or so. Maybe, yeah, 1:30, 2:30, maybe a little bit longer. You know, at least from start to finish, it could run a good hour and a half, quite possibly. So, totality will be somewhere around 2:15 to 2:30, but I'm only going to get about 85 to 90% coverage, because if I go about 50 miles south, there's a 70-mile wide shadow that will pass over central South Carolina, but I'm not going to make a road trip for that. I can just stay right here at my house and have my own little solar eclipse party with my telescope and camcorder and all that. So yeah, I'll just stay here and watch it. But yeah, hopefully the weather will cooperate as well next month and won't have any issues with clouds. Otherwise, this will be all for naught. So we'll see. But yeah, so at least that's where I'm at right now. Got everything set up, just waiting for the sun to get in this open spot, and then test everything real quick before it gets too blazing hot. And yeah, we'll see if I'm ready to go, which I do believe I am. I got everything in position, got the solar filters, so that's pretty much all I need, and my sheet for angling the view. So alright, well, we'll wait a few hours and see what we see. Alright, so filters are on. Basically taped on each corner. You can see it there. But yeah, wouldn't stick to the edges on this one, so I just had to kind of roll it up a little bit on the edge of the camcorder, but I think it'll still suffice. So, alright, we are set up to test it out when the sun gets overhead. Well, it's just after 1 in the afternoon, and this is what I would have to worry about watching the solar eclipse. Clouds blocking the view. Not a whole lot I can do about that, but again, waiting for them to clear out of the way so I can line up my telescope and then my camcorder as well. See how those filters are going to work and see what kind of reflection I can get on this sheet. Man. No. Cloud's still in the way. Boy, I hope it's not like this in a month when the eclipse starts. Well, still in standby. Alright, well, the clouds are still not cooperating, but still not a bad shot with the camcorder with the solar filter on it. Still trying to line up the telescope, but fighting a little bit of raindrops here, so let me see. I can't quite get the reflection with the sun shining on the sheet like this. But no, I've got a real good view with the camcorder with this filter. It's working nicely here. Huh, nice. At least that part's working, but yeah, now the clouds are giving me a fit with the telescope. Yeah, even with the 3x Barlow extension, I mean, I can get a little bit of the sun there, but it's not quite lining up, or it's not reflecting on the sheet, that's for sure. May have to rethink this. Yeah, I've even got a little smoke coming out of there. I mean, it's lined up, but it's not reflecting on the sheet like I had hoped. It's getting hot, that's for sure. Well, there we go. We're getting a little reflection there. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. There's the sun. A little bit in focus. I may have to change eyepieces. Yeah, let me do that because it's just too big. Well, it's a little bit better. That's the 12.5. Still can barely see it with the sun reflected, but there's clouds passing by. Let me try the other eyepiece. Not much better. I'm going to have to keep finagling with this thing a little bit. Try and get the best view. Yeah, still a work in progress. I got a month to go. Yeah, I think the 12.5 will be the best, but I'm going to have to figure out this sheet situation. I mean, that'll be good for the Eclipse, but won't be the best view. Of course, the camcorder is going to wind up recording the whole thing, so yeah, I'll keep troubleshooting with this. See if I can figure out the telescope portion. I got time, so any recommendations, I could use them, so let me know in the comments. And help me get ready for the Great American Solar Eclipse on August 21st, 2017. I'm going in, it's too hot out here. It's getting like to 95, 98 today, so yeah, I gotta go in before I get roasted. So until next time, adios.